Hello legacy students, this is Miss Marsh speaking. So today we're going to look at solving proportions. What you're going to want to have on you today. You're going to have your notebook, writing utensil, and then also a calculator. Your learning goal for today, I can solve and apply proportions. So first, some vocabulary. So a proportion is basically an equation that states two ratios are equal. So basically two fractions are equal to one another. Now, in proportions, you can make cross products, which basically means you're going to multiply diagonally across. A lot of you know what this looks like already because you've been trying to do it when we multiplied fractions. Then, the cross product property states that the two cross products we make are equal, which basically would mean that AD equals BC from up here. So A times D equals B times C. So we're going to use that to solve proportions. So here's the first problem. I need to find the solution to 7 over 8 equals m over 12. So what I need to do is do the cross product. So I need to go 7 times 12, which 7 times 12 is 84. And then I need to go 8 times m. And 8 times m is 8m, right? Now, we need to solve for m. So we need to use our solving skills that we've been kind of working on since the beginning of the year, right? So it looks like I have 8 times m, so looks like I need to divide by 8. 84 divided by 8 does not come out nice. But I do know that I can take out a 4. So I'm going to divide both the top and the bottom by 4. Which will give me 21 over 2 equals m. Now remember, we're going to try to leave stuff in fractions now, because as we continue our math career, we need fractions, not decimals. Problem 2, let's try this one. Solution of the proportion. I have y divided by 3 equals 3 divided by 5. So let's multiply across. So y times 5 is 5y. And 3 times 3, that's 9. So it looks like we're going to get another fraction again, right? Because I'm going to go 5 times y equals 9. So we're going to divide by 5 on both sides. And we'll just leave that as 9/5. Just leave it as the fraction. Not too bad, right? Let's try a little harder of a problem. I have 8, or b minus 8 divided by 5 equals b plus 3 divided by 4. Same thing. Whoops. Let's multiply diagonally. So basically, I'm going to go 4 times the quantity, or the entire thing, b minus 8. Now, make sure you put that in parentheses. Otherwise, you won't take 4 times the entire thing. You're only going to take 4 times b, which is not the same. And then we got to go the other way here. So we got to go 5 times that stuff. So 5 times b plus 3. Now, distribute our 4 in using the distributive property, right? Multiplication. 5 distributed, so 5 times b is 5b, and 5 times 3 is 15. Now let's start to solve here. So I gotta get my b's on one side and my numbers on the other. So I'm gonna kind of divide this so I can kind of see the where the equal sign is. So to get my b's to the same side, looks like I gotta subtract 4b. Gone there, so I'm left with negative 32 equals 5b minus 4b is 1b. Gotta subtract 15 from both sides. Running out of room here. So if I run up here, there we go. Negative 32 minus 15. Let me do that quick on my calculator. Negative 32 minus 15. Negative 47. Equals 1b, which is the same as negative 47 equals b. Found my answer. Let's try problem number 4. Kind of looks the same, just a little different. So let's multiply across. So I'm going to go n times 6, that's 6n. And then I'm going to go 5 times that stuff, so 5 times the quantity, 2n plus 4. Okay, it looks like I need to do some distributive property really quick. So 5 times 2n, which is 10n, and 5 times 4, which is 20. Looks like my ends need to get on the same side. So I'm going to subtract 10 ends so he can go away from the 20. There we go. 6 minus 10n is negative 4n. Negative 4n equals 20. Let me write it off to the side here. Put it in arrow. There we go. Divide by negative 4. I'll get n equals negative 5. Not too bad once we do the multiplication across, right? Now, some real-world proportions. What you need to do, you need to make sure when you do real-world problems, your numerators have the same units and denominators have the same units. What do I mean by that? I mean that you want miles on top and miles on top, hours on top, hours on top, bottom. Excuse me. So you need hours on bottom, miles on top, miles on top. You can't confuse the others. You will not get the right answer. So make sure if you put something on top, you keep it on top for the other ratio. Let's do our last problem here. You're probably going to want to write this one down. Forgot my pencil right there. Right down. There we go. Alright, so a portable media player has 2 gigabytes of storage and can hold about 500 songs. A similar but larger media player has 80 gigabytes of storage, but about how many songs can the larger media player hold? So it looks like I'm talking gigs and I'm talking my songs, right? So let's set it both ratios up like that. So I got 2 gigabytes and that holds 500 songs. So I got gigs over songs. Now we need to do the same thing. So I got 80 gigs, but I don't know how many songs. That's what I'm wanting to find. So that's got to be x. So now let's multiply across. Let's do our cross product. 2 times x is 2x. 80 times 500 is 40,000. Looks like I need to divide by 2. So I'll get x equals 20,000. Now, it's a real world problem. Make sure you label. So about how many songs? So it looks like my label is going to be songs. And that's the end of this video. See you later, Sabers.